Okay, let's take a look at our second example for our percentage problems. Now, Amma bought a laptop computer at a store that gave a 20% discount. All right, 20% discount means we buy it, the price went up by 20%. So in essence, the price came to 80% its original price. The total amount she paid to the cashier was P dollars, including an 8% sales tax on the discounted price. Which of the following represent the original price of the computer? So I'm going to solve this in two ways. So the first approach here is using basic algebra. So let's take a look at algebra here and see if we can use that to solve it. And then when I finish, I'm going to take another method, which is just, let's call it common sense. We're going to use common sense to do the second one. So for the algebra one, let's say our x is equal to the original price, right? Original P. So if x is the original price, then obviously the discounted price will be x minus 0.2x, which will be equal to 0.8x. This represents 20% of the x. When I subtract, I get 0.8x. Now, what is going to happen is, so Amma will buy this price plus a sales percent of that. So we're going to also pay. So this will be the discounted price. Let's call it P1, and then tax will be equal to 0.08 times 0.8 of x. Right? This is how much tax you pay. So if this is what we're going to pay, that means the total payment that we will pay will be P will be equal to 0.8x plus 0.8, sorry, 0.08 times 0.8x, again like this. And as you can tell, we can actually take 0.8 outside here. Actually, we can take 0.8x outside here from here. So 0.8x, we take it outside between this and that. We get 1 plus 0.08 right here. And then what are we looking for? We are looking for x. Therefore, our x, if I divide this side here by 0.8 times 1.08, which is this together, that I can divide this up, but that will take this, will cancel this one, this will also cancel this one, and that will give me x. So my P, in this case, my P becomes, no, the original price x, which is what I'm looking for, will be P divided by 0.8 outside 1.08. Right, I hope you see that, in terms of the solution. So obviously your answer choice is going to be your answer choice D, which is this here. I have my P has 0.8, I have 1.0, so this will be your answer choice D. But let's suppose that we cannot solve it that way. Then what we can do is, well, we say, well, let the original price x be equal to $100. That means our discounted price D, P1, which will be $80. And how much would tax be? Our tax will be equal to 8% of $80. And 8% of $80 obviously is going to be 6.4. 16.4, I think. This is, yeah, 8 times 8. No, it's actually 6.4. So we're going to pay 6.4 in taxes. And therefore, our total payment, the small p that we're looking for, will be equal to $86.4. This is how much you pay. What does it mean? That means if we plug in, if we plug in P is equal to this number here, remember all these numbers here that we have represent the original price. Now we have set our original price to be 100. So if I plug in P is equal to this, it should give us that. So what you do is you now go ahead and take P. You take P is equal to 0.86, and that should give you the answer that you need. If you go through this, so the first one, I'm going to do the first one, maybe just if I do P is equal to, sorry, x in this case equal to 0.88 times 86.4. Obviously, you know it's not going to be 100 because of these decimal places. And if I go, I do, I want you to go through this process and that process. And when you plug in the numbers, you notice that P divided by 0.8 times 1.08 will be the one that will going to be equal to 100. So when I plug in 86.4 divided by 0.8 times 1.08, I want you to go to the calculation. You note that this will give you $100. So, and that's therefore that will be your answer choice.